Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank the witnesses for being here this morning. First of all, I've seen some indication that senior leaders, and I think you, Ms. Weichert, mentioned this, that some of the senior leaders in the agencies have reported some frustration over a lack of empowerment and ability to drive the changes that are needed. What are some of the impediments that they're facing? Is it just institutional? I mean, is this something that the culture makes it difficult to pursue change?
I think there are a number of factors that affect the ability to create the needed change. I think our President's management agenda lays out some of the specific elements that we're focused on and areas where we're working across agencies to, and both across the political and the career representatives in that conversation. So things like hiring and firing authorities, things like performance-based compensation we're looking at. We're looking at attracting and retaining the best employees.
Well, first of all, the fact that you've got senior leaders within the federal agencies expressing these concerns seems to indicate that they support these changes. And, you know, that there's some that might lead you to believe that this is a great affront to federal employees. And the fact that you also mentioned specifically some of these issues about hiring and firing, we've had issues of employee misconduct. Now, many of those have come before this committee, in which the people who were involved in the misconduct were frankly never punished. They were put on paid leave. I mean, we had one had stolen thousands of dollars worth of equipment that was put on paid leave. Would that be part of the frustration?
Yeah, that's absolutely. And you're exactly right. The deputy secretaries who work with actually, you know, motivating and driving change through these agencies, they're concretely involved. And I'll actually mention something super edifying. We launched the President's management agenda from Kansas City on purpose because there are workforce members all over the country doing great work. And we also rolled it out here in DC after we rolled it out in the Heartland. And every place we've gone, we've actually had workers, both frontline employees and managers, tell us that they're glad that we're tackling these issues in an integrated way. And we look to collaborate and partner with Congress, with the good government community, and unions to actually make progress on these issues, because as Congressman Meadows mentioned, we've been looking at these issues for a long time. These are non-trivial issues. I'm
going to lean into this a little bit and maybe step on some toes, make some people uncomfortable, but Mr. Pine, you mentioned this about the need for updating the IT systems, and with the improvements in technology, which has improved productivity, one of the concerns that I've heard voiced is that you've got a lot of employees that frankly don't have anything to do, but they can't be moved to another position, you can't lay them off, and that we're basically paying people that really are not productive. That's a yes or no. Is that a fair assessment, or do we need to dig into that a little bit more?
No, I don't know if it's a fair assessment, because I believe that the federal workers can be skilled up. You know,
well,
when
I'm
you
not saying they can't be. I'm saying that you have people who are not necessarily productive, and that
we need to manage that.
Yeah.
You need to manage that.
And I'll just jump in here and say there are a number of examples where projects that would save the American people money and make service better actually don't get done because we actually can't move the workforce to do something else productive.
Okay, and there's a reason I did this, because I want to connect the dots here. I don't think we're going to really improve the productivity of the federal government until we improve both the civil service issues and the IT. We're running into tremendous problems with improper payments because we've got antiquated IT systems. And part of that is being able to attract top-notch IT personnel. And I know a guy at the University of Alabama, Birmingham, turned out some of the top students in cybersecurity who apply to the federal government, but they wait months to even hear back, and they're not going to do that. The private sector will snap them up. So any is this part of what we're trying to do, is give our
Absolutely.
ability to hire the best talent?
Yeah, we are. And in regards to cybersecurity talent, we're having a direct hire authority for many different agencies with cybersecurity in particular. We're taking a look at those vacations, but to your point, you can't do it in silos. That's why the President's management agenda has those 3 gears. It's data, technology, and the workforce working together.
Well, I'm really glad we're having this hearing, Mr. Chairman. I'm excited. Mr. Pond is heading up the Office of Personnel Management. And Ms. Weichert, we're very grateful for your work. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Gentleman from Alabama yields back. The gentleman from Massachusetts, Mr. Lynch, is recognized.